The wind turbine you see behind me is approximately 250 to 300 feet tall. The blades are about 80 feet long each. And operating under the most efficient standards, the blades are probably traveling at just over 200 miles an hour. That would be faster than the fastest bird of prey that we have in the Pacific Northwest, which would be the peregrine falcon, which puts wildlife at risk. This is the type of wind turbine that's being proposed for Middle Mountain in Hood River County. And one of the things that we wanted to be able to demonstrate to you today is that these don't come without some objective activity while they're in operation. I'm approximately 300 yards away from the turbine behind me, and I'm about another 75 to 100 yards away from the camera that's been posted up to take this video. Some other things about wind turbines is that because of their non-firm power production, it delivers an intermittent power supply to the Bonneville Power Administration's 12 dams on the Columbia River. So what this means is that during those intermittent times or staggered production periods, is that Bonneville needs to manage its hydro flow accordingly so that there isn't these enormous surges. In the last couple of years, Bonneville has asked the wind farms in eastern Oregon to simply shut down because they can no longer take the energy that's being delivered. In order for that energy to be delivered on an adequate or efficient basis, the Pacific Northwest is going to have to upgrade its transmission lines. The transmission lines, of course, will be paid for by the utilities, who will pass that expense on to the rate players. So as you can see, we have a number of questions that we need to still solve here in the Northwest before we start to move wind turbines into the more scenic areas, which is Hood River Valley and the Steens Mountain and the Blues Mountain. And while I applaud the innovation that's taking place out here in the farmlands of eastern Oregon and the benefits that it's providing to the farmers, as these wind farms begin to move their way into the more sensitive areas, it becomes a time when the environmental groups, urban area residents need to be able to step up to the plate and start to support the rural residents who are as concerned as anybody on the impact of wind turbines.